Hi guys, in this video we're going to have a look at some basic angle rules. So this is just basically a quick reminder of some of the basic rules. So the first one we're going to have a look at on the left hand side here. Angles on a straight line add up to 180 degrees. Okay, so the key thing here is when you've got a straight line and you've got another line meeting it like this and it's split into two, these two angles that are next to each other will equal 180 degrees. So for example, if that's 130, all I do is 180 minus 130, which is obviously 50, so x would be 50. What a lot of people get wrong in this is if I just extend this line slightly and draw another one here, make this angle up, they go, okay, if this is 50, then this must also be 130. It's not the case. Okay, this rule, angles on a straight line add up to 180, only applies if they are next to each other. This angle here has nothing to do with what's going on over here. It's only when they are next to each other. Okay, so that's one common thing that people get wrong. You could use a little bit of algebra with it and go, okay, well I've got A, and A, so A plus A plus A, so these angles all add up together, and again, using the rule, they must equal 180 degrees. So we can simplify that and say, okay, well 3A equals 180 degrees, and then you've got yourself a little equation here to solve. So you could just use the balance method, you could use the flowchart. Have a look at my other videos if you don't know how to do that, but I'll use the flowchart just to make things a bit easier. So obviously to solve this, I've got A, I times it by 3, I get 180. So to go backwards, 180, I divide by 3, and I get back to A. So 180 divided by 3 gives me 60. So each of these angles here will be 60. So they add up to 180. Okay, so that's the first rule. Angles on a straight line add up to 180. Next one here, if you have two straight lines, and they must be straight lines, okay, if you have two straight lines like so, opposite angles are the same. So quite simply, in this one here, B is 30 because they're opposite. Exactly the same thing down here. I've got a straight line and a straight line. So opposite angles are the same, so Y must be 50. And then we can use our old friend, the angles on a straight line rule, which we just did here. So if I block that off, these ones are on a straight line. If I block this off here, again, they're on a straight line. So if that's 50, what does x need to be to get it to be 180? Well, it needs to be 130, because 180 minus 50 is 130. Okay, so don't forget, just because you know that's opposite, you can obviously still use other rules to help you. And the last one here, just a very basic one, angles around a point add up to 360. So all these angles around this point here add up to 360. So add up all the ones that you know. So we've got 150, 30, 20. And people always forget this, but don't forget that means 90. So we add up all the ones that we know. So obviously we've got all the zeros there. 5, add 3, add 2, add 9 is 19. So carry the 1, 1 add 1 is 2, so 290. And because they all add up to 360, to work out x, 360 take away 290 will obviously give me 70, so that's 70 degrees. And again, you can look at the a few other rules. So look, this is a straight line, so 30 add 150, yeah, that's 180. Okay, which means this must be 180, so that's 90, that's 20, so 110, which means that must be 70. So again, you can still use your straight line rules here to help you, but obviously around a point is 360. A little bit of algebra to finish. Again, I know that all of these add up to 360, so if I add them all up, x plus 2x plus x plus x plus 2x. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8x. Okay, where's a bit of space? Let's go here. So 8x will equal 360. So over here I use the flowchart. I'll use the balance method for this one. So I divide by 8 both sides. Oops, not 80, just 8. So 360 divided by 8 gives me 45. Okay, so x would be 45, and obviously 2x would therefore be 90, and 45, 90, and 45. So don't be put off with algebra, just form an equation and then obviously solve it either using the flowchart or using the balance method. And again, if you can't remember how to do flowchart or balance, have a look at my other videos. Okay guys, hopefully that helps with just some of the basic angles rules. Thank you.